Uranium friends, let's take a look at DPLO for somebody who requested it on my YouTube channel. Yeah, so here's your daily. Again, we talk about the moving average riders. You got it again, clear as day, right? Now, this is, I didn't I haven't looked at DPLO in a little while, and it broke down a lot here. I got to go back to my video. I think I was saying that I didn't have interest in adding to my position because of the situation that was. Well, behold, I guess I was kind of right. So, um, I don't know what it's going to do. So, again, you've heard me say it over and over. Australian names are much more difficult for me to play in the respect that my broker is charging $50 for a trade. So it's not conducive to my style of trading and or slash accumulating and investing. I do have DPLO. I'm well in the money on it. I do want to add, and I do that based upon some of the Australian guys who say that this Bershaw fella is fantastic, yada yada yada, good CEO, good deposit, all that stuff. So, but I still do use technical analysis to guide my decision-making process. So again, daily here, it's broken this range. It broke bear out of this range too, which is a bit concerning. If it doesn't jump out and back up here, it could be a little problematic. It's testing these 50-day moving averages right here on this daily, and it had some bounce on the daily again, and it wicked down. So maybe some more downside here. Little gap right there, to be looking at around the $1.10 range. I am on the ASX name, so little gap there. Yeah, a little bit of a different situation for this. All right, it's getting a little bounce there. You see, it's going green at least. Australia is open at the moment, so it got its nice little pop. Just since it's open. Yeah, so it got a nice little pop and it rejected, and that's what's going on. 4 hour bear flag, hour bear flag, daily bear flag, all of a sudden in formation here. So, patience for me. This is a big break in my opinion, right? So you had a really good range. It was working this moving average, and it's lost it, and it's lost its range. So now zooming out to the weekly. And same deal. You're always going to hear me say the same thing. So, DPL was a little bit different, right? So, while Next Gen is a red line rider, 12 EMA, DPL has been a 5 EMA rider on the weekly, and it's lost that. Okay. So, you know, what I want to see for another entry on DPL, it's probably somewhere down around here where there's a 200-day moving average test. I need to see these averages kind of start to bunch up again and act as support. So when you go back on the weekly, you look at historically what this thing does. Um, it should, if all historical moving average plays go the way they go, it should bounce here soon because we see it, right? So the 50-day moving average and the 12 EMA are a constant rider, and they ride along together. And, the behavior of the stock hasn't changed in that respect since, even if I go back even more, I just want to see if it does it. Yeah, I mean, even down in 2018 and whatnot, same deal, right? So, you can start to figure out the behavior on some of these stocks with certain metrics like these moving averages. The 12 EMA weekly and the 50-day moving average kind of run in conjunction with each other. It's been doing it. It's been doing it forever, right? It's been doing it for 10 years. So, nothing says that's going to change. So, logically speaking, you would get a bounce here. And if you don't, then there's a behavior change that you need to pay attention to because when it doesn't get that bounce and loses it, it loses it. All right. So, it's the best thing we can all hope for with stuff like this is that it goes sideways and builds a nice little base. All right. just a quick look at the monthly. I just want to see on the historical volume. I don't like that. I hate when it does that. Back to the weekly. So on the historical volume, you've got a really nice shelf here. And, it'll start picking up around $1.15. Like I said, $1.10 is kind of where um, I think we had that gap, right? Let me just look in the daily. Yeah, we had that gap at $1.10. So if you look at the weekly with the volume from profile from way back when, it's all there too. So you start to pick up your support here around $1.13, $1.10. So what's when this profile starts to pick up some support again, right? So it's kind of the area that I would be looking at if I was someone that was looking to buy it on this drawdown. I am not someone who's looking to buy it on this drawdown. I will be interested in deep yellow ads when it's down into this 80-cent range. So this area over here, and that's only because of cost restrictions with trading. Otherwise, I would probably be a dip buyer in this area. I would definitely be looking for this gap fill. There's another gap here, but it's deep yellow. It's ASX. It's not unusual to be gappy, but gaps like to get filled. So behavior change will occur here, especially on the weekly, because we've seen this thing historically be a rider of this double moving average on this weekly chart, and it's shown that for a long time. So if I'm a deep yellow player, if I'm concerned about deep yellow, or if I want to know where I should place stops or whatever it is. I mean, this is the metric that I would be using at the moment. After that breaks down, we have to reassess. But a 200-day moving average in any equity at any given time, especially in the environment we are in, is not unreasonable to say that it gets there. Am I saying it deep yellow gets there? I am not. Okay, so yeah, some slight RSI divergences on the monthly. But that's about it with RSI divergence. I don't really care to. Again, I pay attention, but I don't work off of it. It's not my big thing. So yeah, that's where we stand. We got a gap going on down here, and this is kind of a big test, if you ask me. We've already had a pretty much a red flag in deep yellow when it broke down out of this range. Now it seems as though this range could be rejecting. Look at the volume shelf here, and you've got these moving averages curling down. So not the best look. Not going to lie. I'll be interested in deep yellow down here in this 80-cent range. Over and out.